Cheers! Welcome to my channel. This is a beginning of the month for December Tarot Oracle reading. Capricorn, you are the star of this astrological insight. If your sun sign is not Capricorn, we still all have a little bit of Capricorn in us. If you have your birth chart, which house is Capricorn in? That's where this energy will show up for you. My goal is to provide valuable information to empower you. I've already shuffled and washed the cards, and I've given them a few more cuts here, and we will begin with the underlying energy from the bottom of the deck. And we have the King of Wands. So the King of Wands is sitting on his throne, and this is a visionary king. He's considered one of the most charismatic and sexy kings in the minor arcana. He's got a hold of his wand here, and he is ready for action. And you can see just from his body language that he could get up at any second and go into action if need be. He's got salamanders in circles here behind him on his throne, because this represents that he's protected from the element of fire. And so he is about fire. He knows how to make shift happen. The wands represent action. So we're going to see what kind of action this is. So the underlying energy of this, of the internal forces that we'll be working on the bottom part of this reading is action, more action. So this one's going to be about taking action, actions you've taken, actions other people have taken, actions other people haven't taken. That kind of energy. The Eight of Wands represent Sagittarian energy, where the arrows have been launched from the bow, and they are about to hit their bullseye, or they've just been launched and it'll take some time and they'll hit their bullseye. And so this energy is about actions and from the past, the present, and the future. And so the internal forces are the things that keep you up late at night wondering, what if this happens? What if that happens? The King of Wands doesn't think like that. The King of Wands takes action. After looking into things, he takes action, and he doesn't worry about it. He just keeps track of it, basically. And look at, here we have the Knight of Wands coming in. All wands. This is all action, action. So the Knight of Wands is coming in, and he has a message or some form of communication. And you notice, like, he's reining his horse in. So he's not in a hurry, but he wants to get there. And he's got his wand in his hand, and he's reining the horse in, which represents him reining in his emotions. And this also shows the adventurous side of this energy, where he is, like, the three pyramids in the background represent the mysteries of life. And so this is someone who is coming in with a message. In the old days, it would be for sure a male. This could be a female in their male energy or masculine energy. And you notice he has the same tunic over his armor that the king has behind him here, protection from fire. And he is, this message coming in the old days, it would be a knight coming in on a horse, but these days it could be an email, a letter, text, social post, it could be any form of communication like that. And so we'll see, what is the Knight of Wands bringing in? Okay, so he's got a message either for the Queen of Pentacles, or he is, it's a message regarding the Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles is sitting on her throne, and she is known for being very able to pull something out of nothing. She likes quality over quantity. She understands the value of a dollar. And, like, she's known for being able to take, the smallest thing and make it valuable and work with it. And so this energy, the Queen of Pentacles could also be, the king could be a female in their masculine energy, and the queen could be male in their feminine energy as well. And so we've got the King of Wands here with action and launching some sort of project or some activity into being. And then the messenger is either delivering this message to the queen or it's about this queen. And then we have justice. Okay, so this is about the energy. This energy can also be one person. So with both those qualities in them. But the justice, she's sitting in between, on her throne, in between the two pillars here. And this represents her, justice is like, it can be like actually on the 3D form. And in this case, if that's so, it would be regarding pentacles. It would be about abundance. And generally, the pentacles are a coin. So if it's justice in the 3D that's coming in, then it would probably be regarding money or a settlement of some kind, an inheritance, something like that. And you can see that justice has her right foot forward. That means that this is already being set into being. And justice can also come from God, from the Most High, on a spiritual level. And generally when spiritual court is in session, that trickles down to the 3D, and eventually it's the same energy on the earth as it is, as above, so below. So this energy could be, this justice could be something about the Queen of Pentacles receiving money or owing money, that kind of energy. And look at this. Now the Knight of Swords comes in, and you see the difference between these two is the Knight of Swords is not reining in their emotions. They are, flying in, and they're pushing their horse. They look stressed out. The horse looks stressed out, and you can't see the tip of the wand here. So the point. So it's kind of like, I feel this energy always says to me that the knight is rushing in with information, but he does not have the full story because you can't see the point of what he's doing. And you'll notice even the clouds are jagged, the sky is jagged. The energy is like really like he's in a rush, and he's traveling through barren land. So this could be someone, the knight is coming in with a message for the queen or about the queen, for the king or about the king, or a message from the king to the queen or the queen to the king. If I feel like if this is a message for the between these two communicating with each other, it is more the king communicating with the queen, because the energy is running this way. He's facing this way, and the knight is running towards the queen. And that's also the energy this way. And I feel like on some level, this could be information that the Queen of Pentacles does not want to hear, because she is looking away from this, and she's not looking at the information that either of these, or this communication that either bring in. So she may be unaware of it. That might mean she's unaware of it, or it could be she just doesn't want to hear it. And then we have the the Eight of Pentacles. And so this energy is the only card in all of the pentacles in the tarot deck that actually shows someone working on the coin is this card. And the energy is, there's all these pentacles lined up. So either this person is working on this pentacle, like this could be about the work that was put into this pentacle that this queen is holding. It's the only pentacle we see here. And that there's been a lot of hard work put in, because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here, and then we have working on this one, and this could be this pentacle. This could be the last pentacle for all this work that's been put in, Or it could be the other way around, where all this work needs to be done and they've got this one pentacle done and now they're working on the second one. But I'm getting it is regarding the pentacle that she is holding in her lap. So this, again, it's bringing about some form of justice. So we'll see if we can figure out what that is. We have this is the Two of Swords. So the Two of Swords it can be a card about having a closed mind, or it also can be about going inward to get new information, like from your third eye, rather than from information from other people, which is why the Queen may not be interested in what this person has to say, because she doesn't feel that the information is accurate, and that he doesn't have the whole story. So she's trying to find, you'll notice you can't see the points on her swords either. So she wants to get to the point and maybe is going inward. The Justice card, this veil in the background, represents the veil between the spiritual world and the physical world. And so she might be going inward and going to her intuition so that she can get the justice that she wants, or find out, like, what is this about? And but it feels like she doesn't really have a whole lot of interest in what this Knight of Swords have to say. This is so this could be something she is aware of, but she's still just focusing on putting in the work, or the work she's already put in. And that could also be a message from the King, all the work that he's put in or is putting into this to rectify this, to bring this justice about, something like that. So the internal forces are what keeps you awake at night, saying, what if this happens? What if that happens? And the thing is that this card here represents actually how you feel about your identity, how you see yourself. So this is this energy I feel of the King of Wands coming in. He could be a hero. He could be someone that is a judicial figure and is able to, because the King of Wands is known for being a visionary and being able to really look at things, break things down. An entrepreneurial spirit, someone that is, is very successful and is good at dealing with people. So it could be a mediator coming in or something like that. And this energy is the energy of the value you place on yourself. So again, the Queen of Wands is more interested in quality than in quantity. She doesn't just want to acquire money for the sake of it. And the Capricorn energy is very much, the Capricorn energy is the most, of all the signs, the Capricorn is the most worried or concerned or puts the most effort into their self-image. It's really important to them. And so that energy can be like, the symbol for the Capricorn energy is like a goat, that's climbing, that's able to climb and take consistent steps of action and is willing to do that. They'll put the effort in, they'll put the hard work in to build with consistent steps of action by climbing the mountain of success. But the incongruency is that they also have a fishtail. So on the other spectrum, sometimes the tail is wagging the goat, so they're more talk than they are action, but they rely on their self-image to be able to convince others to work with them, etc. So it could be something regarding that energy, and then we have this communication from early life. So this energy is coming in as like. The way that you're raised, by the time you're like around the age of 7, your subconscious mind pretty much drives who you are. So it could be that the energy is someone that's been raised in a family where money is really important and self-image is really important, reputation, all of that. They might be really like not eating, skipping meals, but they're going to pretend they're having a feast, that kind of energy. And then we have here this energy of rushing and you know, taking action really quickly and getting stressed out really easily is the kind of energy. Overthinking a lot of the time, like, and losing control of the mind, rather than you know, like that's when the tail is wagging the goat. And this energy is like emotional, your emotional foundation. So I'm just picking up an energy of a person who perhaps when you were a child you were required to always be on your best behavior, you know, because it mattered what people, like, you're quite often parents feel that their children are going to reflect their ability to parent, and so if their children embarrass them in some way, they'll get really, really upset about it. And because this card here is coming in also about creativity and romance and children. That's what this house is, this position of this card is representing. So all the hard work that the parent put into have, you know, successful children, blah, blah, blah. All of that energy is, I feel like it's, this justice might be bringing some hidden whatever that other people can't see, that exposes the family for not having as much money as everybody thought they did, or for actions that they perhaps took in the past or something like that, or actions that they didn't take. So we'll see. We have this card here. Quite often I'm just getting that this card is saying that quite often, you know, the daily habits that people have and the daily routines may not be consistent with the public image. This kind of reminds me of an Instagram account. Like, you know, most people, the pictures they share aren't really a true reflection of how they really are and who they really, it's more who they want to be and the image they want to get across of who they are. So that's the energy that's, and so this energy that's coming in here is regarding actions that have been taken or not taken, is what I'm really picking up. And let's look here now for the external forces. This is when you lay awake at night and you're saying, what the EF happened? Because something happened outside of you. And now it's something that you have to that you have to come to terms with or deal with. And so the Ace of Swords is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth is coming out. So help you God. So this is the energy, is whatever this message is about. The king is reining in his emotions, and the queen is not looking at the this information and doesn't want to see it, I'm getting. So, and it's regarding something about money, but the truth is coming out regardless. And so, so it's causing a lot of worry. This is the never-ending nightmare. This is something that I'm getting, this queen really did not want to come out. This is something she's been dreading because she was worried it was going to come out. And now, see the secret, it's right beside this card here. What she doesn't want to see is now happening. So this card is the never-ending nightmare. And it can also be like, it's like when you wake up in the middle of the night and you have all these worries and they're all lined up and they're like something that, you know, over and over and over and over again in your head. And it's something like she does not, again, this person does not want to see this. They don't want to see this at all. So let's see what that's about. It's going to come out. It's taken a while, but here this energy represents Sagittarian energy, which is right before the Capricorn energy. And the Sagittarian energy, this king is taking action to have brought this information out. And this king is, it's taken some time. This Temperance card is regarding devotion to your life path, what you were put on the earth to do. And it's regarding this truth coming out, and it's taken patience to get to the bottom of things, I'm getting, but the truth is coming out now, and there's nothing going to stop the truth. It's been a long wait for the truth to come out. You see the path here. This is about devotion to following the path to the truth, to this truth that's coming out from, and this is this enlightenment in the background. If you follow the path, eventually you'll come to the truth. And this is Sagittarius energy. Temperance is ruled by that, by Sagittarian energy, because Sagittarians have a tendency to not really be comfortable with waiting around. They like action. So it's required some restraint to get to the truth. Oh, and there we have it. We have someone has really gone inward, and they've done a lot of research is what's coming up, and they've hung the 3 swords of thoughts on the wall, and this one's resting on the ground. And this person now has gone to their intuition. Okay, now what am I going to do about this? How am I going to bring this justice about? Because they're done thinking now, and they're now in prayer or in meditation, or both, meditative prayer. And the writing on the stained glass window in the background there, it says Pax, and that's peace of mind. So whatever information that this King of Wands has found out, he's planning to put into action steps for this justice to come in. And he feels that he's got the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth now. He's reflecting on it, prayed on it, meditated on it. He's at peace in his mind about, okay, I know that this is the course that I'm going to take, and also that the information is accurate. Yeah. And it's got something to do with lovers, possibly. So perhaps this King of Wands and this Queen of Pentacles are a couple, or a married couple, partners in a business, something like that. It could be, it feels like it has to do, they could be married, and it could be something that he was not aware of what she did, and now that he's aware of it, he's taken action for this justice to come out. And because we have the lovers here, and we have the sun in the background, and that is about regarding the truth here. So, and this card kind of reminds me of, the Garden of Eden, and there's this cloud in between them, and this cloud is kind of like, they can't really see each other through the cloud. So there's some sort of secret or something that's happened here, and it has to do with money. And he is like wanting to rectify this. Now, whether this is for this queen, or if it's about this queen, that's the kind of information. This could just mean here that she is totally unaware of what's going on here. Like, just has no idea that any of this is happening. But the king is aware. And it has to do with a relationship between lovers. And this also can be 2 sides of one person, the masculine and the feminine. So, take it in context with however it is working with you. Out of all the signs, the Capricorn energy is the most determined, and they will put the work in and work really hard for what they want to achieve, and they'll take consistent steps of action to do so. But it's also that energy of, it's out of all the signs, they are the most that are focused on image and money and that kind of energy. Like, what kind of car do you drive? What kind are you wearing? Designer clothes? That kind of energy. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. And so this Justice and the Wheel of Fortune are working together. So the Justice and the Wheel of Fortune, this Justice is coming in, and so the wheel is turning in favor of this truth coming out. And this is divinely guided. The truth will come out. And you know how people swear on a Bible in court? It feels like it might be coming out in a court setting, something to do with that. And then, yeah, it has the seeds that were planted. This is about seeds that were planted. This was some time back, because we have 8 coins here now and there's 6 here. So someone planted seeds to earn this money, and then someone gave some of this money away to another person and didn't give it possibly to the person that they were supposed to. See the Justice here? So this card quite often represents knowing how much to give, like planting the seeds and then reaping the harvest, and then knowing how much to give and how much to take from people. But in this instance, with the Justice card here, it feels like this is about somebody received, they've got something here in their pocket, and they're still asking for the same money that this person is. But you notice this person is not giving any money to this person, because they know that you already took some in this pocket. Could be, I'm taking it from you and I'm giving it back to this person. Something like that. So we will see. Let's clarify this. I hope you're enjoying the suspense also. This energy is kind of rampant in the world right now, it feels like. If you're enjoying this reading, please do like and comment. It really empowers me to build my channel. I'm going to clarify these cards with my oracle now. Tales from the Vector, and this is courtesy of the Intergalactic Federation of Light. So I started doing 64 paintings. I'm an artist, so I was working on these very large dragon paintings, some of them, and I've completed it in 2020. The cards have been out and about at psychic fairs and seminars, etc. But the deck wasn't complete because I didn't have all the paintings done when I was out there with them. So now I'm bringing them online here, and I'm gathering the information because I plan to eventually birth this deck and bring it into being in the 3D. I have the numbers of the paintings on the cards that I will use to clarify here. And you can go to talesfromthevector.com, TAILS, from thevector.com, and you can look up the paintings if you want to see what they look like. And there's also some extra information there that might interest you. So I'm going to clarify with the energy from the bottom of the deck. And what we have is a tactic. So this is dissemination of information. So yes, I'm getting that this King of Wands did not have the whole story about whatever this was about. And it's kind of like I'm just getting there was some suspicion, like something's not right here. The money isn't adding up. The numbers aren't adding up. But he was looking ahead to what he was doing, and now it's like the elephant in the room, and it can't be ignored anymore because it's become obvious. And now he wants to know what actions were taken, and where did this money go, and who did it go to. That's the energy I'm getting. And we have the action. This is a transition, okay? And the word that came to my mind right away was transaction. So, but this is a transition of a transaction I'm getting. So an action was taken, a transaction was taken, and it's now death to that transaction. Whatever that transaction was, it was not a transaction that this king was aware of at the time, and not one that he personally would have taken, I'm getting. And so he's looking into it now. And this, okay, so there's some anger there. This is the karmic space of anger. And so this is, you know, anger. This sometimes speaks of like generational anger. Anger is the gift that keeps on giving. If you become angry and you remain angry, you don't get very far, you know, with finding out the information. This can represent someone also that was raised in a like, because this is the internal dynamics. This could be something like maybe this queen did something and she didn't want to face the anger of the King of Wands. So she just, you know, studying her pentacle and pretending like, oh, none of this is happening kind of energy. And then we have the moon. Yeah, like illusions, hidden secrets like that are coming out. That's the energy that's happening here. And this energy in the background here, we have the new moon of like this energy that she doesn't want to look at, that she doesn't see, or maybe she doesn't have knowledge of it either. And it's regarding her, but it wasn't her that took the actions. We don't know for sure. So we'll see here. And this card is about reckless abandon. That's when you stay on the up and up so that you discipline your mind, so that you know what's happening. Like, you're not afraid to look at what's happening, and you're you know, you're in a position where the actions you take aren't reckless. You can move forward and be really free in the choices that you make, because you know you haven't done anything illegal. You know that you know, you have no knowledge of it. So it could be either she has knowledge or she doesn't have knowledge. She doesn't want this knowledge to come out, or, you know, she doesn't want the King of Wands to know about it, or the King of Wands doesn't want her to know about it, or it's about her or not about her. There's many scenarios here. So just take it as it applies to you. And we have the destruction. And so this is another tactic that comes in. And this is kind of an energy of, you know, this energy here where possibly something was taken from this Queen of Pentacles. And this was a dirty tactic that someone else did. And she isn't even aware of it. But now the King of Wands is aware of it. And so I don't know what the relationship between that is, between these two, but this could even be one person, right? With exhibiting those qualities. But we do have the Lover here. And the Lovers is kind of like the energy of choices of who you are with, and, you know, being in alignment with each other. Like, this is a couple that are lovers. And if this is a couple, then this king is now wondering, what else doesn't he know? And we have Earth Star. So this is the manifestor. And so the energy coming in could be a third party. It could be, you know, someone that was involved in this energy also. It feels like so because it's coming, and the thing is that this is coming from the sacral energy. So maybe it's possible that the queen had a lover, and this is the knowledge that's coming out, and we'll see. Oh, and then we have the Lovers again, and so the work that these two lovers put in together, or the work that the king and the queen put in together, being taken or given to this lover or this energy. Yeah, it could be several ways, but it feels like if the king and the queen are a couple, there was a lover involved, and the lover took some of this money, was given some of this money, snuck away some of this money, and maybe even if it was a threesome or whatever and the king wasn't aware of it, the queen may not have been aware that this third party actually did this sneaky business behind her back also, or she was totally aware of it and that doesn't want the king to know, because the king didn't know something, right, until it became really obvious. And so on this here is talking about the fool's journey, and this is saying that the energy was like someone on their path, and that they were so that could represent the king or the queen, that they were on their path and they were moving forward in anticipation of having value at the end of this, but some of that value was taken, for like they didn't get the full value for their hard work. And it could have to do with with these lovers could be someone totally different from this king and queen. This king and queen might not be lovers. This could be one person with both these qualities, or this could be like another couple that is that wasn't aware of what was going on. So there's all sorts of scenarios here. It's getting interesting now. This position here of the never-ending nightmare is talking about commitment in marriage and relationships. So I feel like the sneakiness wasn't just about the pentacles. The sneakiness was about lovers as well. And this transformation, this death energy that's coming in, is the nightmare that is keeping someone awake at night, because they're like, the last thing they wanted was for this information to come out. So that could be the person involved in the threesome, the queen, the king, who are lovers, or these other lovers, something like that. And so that this is what's coming up, is like this cycle is over now, but it took some time. So the people that were involved in this felt that they had totally gotten away with it, and it's caught them by surprise. But in the back of their mind, they all thought, oh my God, if this king ever finds out, it's not going to be good. And here the truth is, and they have found out. So let's clarify the truth here. The truth is the Hierophant is coming out. So the Hierophant is actually traditional structure. And this is an actual authority figure on the 3D plane, and also on the spiritual level. This is coming, a judgment. So spiritual court is in session, and somebody's been found guilty. And now this justice here is represent actual legal justice that has trickled down as above, so below. So whatever happened here, the truth has come out. It's the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. And it is now that energy of this as above, so below. It's now going to be played out in the 3D. And the energy here is like this energy of higher learning. So the truth has come out, and it's now in the courts, is what I'm getting. And this is about shared resources. This house that this card is in the position of. So going inward to be able to figure out, okay, what really happened here, and then coming to terms with it, so that you're satisfied in your mind that, okay, this is what happened, and this is what I need to do about it now, and justice has to be served. And then the Lover's card is actually in the position of higher learning and travel. And so this could be a lesson for everybody involved, kind of energy. It reminds me of the Garden of Eden kind of like energy, this card. This quite often speaks of people that have been together, like that are married. And then this energy, the wheel of fortune is turning, and it's affecting people's reputation, possibly their public image. Their Instagram page was fake kind of energy, And now which the vast majority of them, you know, like it's not so much fake, but hey, you can put out a certain image if you use certain pictures, right? And you know, in my house, there's no way I could have white couches. It just, not with my cat and her habits, there's no way. And so you know, that's the kind of energy that's coming out, is that the wheel of fortune is turning, the truth is being exposed. This image may be tarnished now, and that's really important to Capricorn energy. So it's kind of a feeling of major concern to them, but possibly not as much of a concern to anyone else. And then we don't know, is that this Knight of Swords coming in that's feeling this way, or is it the Queen that's feeling this way, or the King, or all of them? They're all like, the King may not have known about it, but now his image is tarnished and his reputation is on the line. The Queen, same with her, and this person is hoping that they don't even figure out that they're behind it, kind of energy, you know, that the third party energy doesn't come out, but the truth and the whole truth, it will come out. And so everybody's going to be, the truth will be exposed, is what's coming up. And this is both on the spiritual level and on the physical. And so let's just clarify the rest of this. Okay, so the world becoming neutral to the extremes here of, you know, the injustice and justice, public image as to like how things really are, the amount of money involved as to how much, you know, like the give and take here. All of these things, this is going to come out. And I'm getting, because we have the world here, it is the end of a cycle. And this card also is representing coming to the end of a cycle. So this is going to be done. But I'm also getting, because we have the world card here, and this is about reputation, that everybody in the world could know. This could be on the news, is what's coming up. This could be whatever this situation is. It could be like on the internet, it could go viral, that kind of energy, and it will be, you know, a big mountain. And then we have the third eye, the all-star. So that is again talking about using your insight to get to the truth, and it requiring some patience to get there. And then we have indifference. So indifference is another karmic space, and it's coming up. This energy is about, I'm getting like indifferent to the suffering that it caused anyone here. The concern here is, number one, about the public image. And that's the way God works for true justice. If you really want to show whoever is involved here that this is not acceptable, you go for like their public image, because that's what is most important in the Capricorn energy. And then we have judgment right there on the Lovers. So this is judgment coming in for justice, I'm getting. And it's regarding the Lovers, and that could, it could be this couple, it could be a third party, which I'm feeling is, you know, because there's 3 swords here hung on the wall, basically. It's kind of like a hidden secret that's now, kaboom. There has been, and then we have the Taurus. So this is like the give and take. See, it's showing up here again. What this is saying is the Wheel of Fortune is turning, and whatever was taken illegally or spiritually illegally on the 3D or in the spiritual world will be returned to the rightful owners, and it will be public. And the person that if there was any humiliation for the person that was wrongfully taken from, that will turn around now, and that will be placed directly back onto the people that were involved in this. And this energy is kind of that, you know, toddlers don't, Taurus is like the baby of this, of the earth energy. And so toddlers make mistakes, and toddlers don't like to share. So it's kind of that energy, but eventually every toddler has to learn to give and take in the correct way. And Capricorn energy is the most mature. So Capricorn energy is about having the responsibility and knowing that someone at this level may not have known that this was illegal, or that it was, or got talked into doing it. But the Capricorn energy is very much aware and is responsible. Yeah, and then look at that, the give and take. We have the give and take on the Wheel of Fortune. Like the Wheel of Fortune is here on give and take is on the Wheel of Fortune. So basically, whatever was taken will be replaced, and it will be probably 100-fold or 1,000-fold. It depends. And that's how the universe works, and that's how, like, because this is this Wheel of Fortune energy is talking about karma, and karma is not punishment. Karma is cause and effect. So your actions, eventually there's going to be you know, an effect from your actions, and now that effect from the actions that were taken are coming to rest, and justice is being, you know, is in the works. And so that's awesome. That's the way the planet should work. That's the way the universe should work, so that there's an even give and take at all times. And so I hope you've enjoyed this reading. I like it because this can say even more on a global level that, you know, people in power around the world are going to, you know, the world is going to become a more fair place. And I feel like that is because we're in this more, we have so much information now that we can get to the truth easier and share the truth easier. I feel like that's kind of the energy. And so the more energy, the more information we have, the more energy we have to work with to bring justice onto the planet. It's a good energy. So I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, like and comment, and consider subscribing if you resonate with this energy. I will be back with another reading for you, Capricorn. Thank you so much for sharing your wisdom here. I will be back at mid December. Thank you. And bye for now. I will see you then.